Hi guys and welcome back to Slice of Mike. Today I'm talking about some things that are pretty personal. They are my bookish bad habits, and boy do I have plenty of them. These are things I do as a reader that I feel somewhat embarrassed about, or feel like I shouldn't do, or really don't care about, but feel like I should just get out in the open. The first bad habit that I have as a reader, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this one, is buying books when I already have books that I haven't read on my bookshelf. This habit started when I was a teenager, and I started getting all this spending money from my part-time job, and I would just go and buy books every week, and half of them I never read, which is really sad. Plus, they weren't even books on sale or half price or anything like that. They were full-price books at Borders, may she rest in peace. And I still get kind of sick to this day when I think about all the money that I spent on books that I am never going to read, ever, ever, ever. My second bad habit is poor bookshelf maintenance. So there is zero, and when I say zero, I mean less than zero, organization on my bookshelves. Nothing is grouped by author or series or alphabetically. There's just no system there. I used to blame the fact that I had recently moved into my current house and I hadn't had time to organize things yet, but that was about 6 months ago, so clearly that's never gonna happen. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of where my books are, but then someone will ask about a specific book and I'll spend like 5 minutes searching for it, like pushing books everywhere, and things end up even messier than they started, but it's a labor of love. Number 3 is falling asleep in bed. There is no place that I read, and I mean no place, besides my bed, so this happens pretty much on a nightly basis. I always start off innocently. I decide to go read in my bed. I'm like, I will stay awake this time. I'm so fully energized right now, and then 5 minutes later, I am dead to the world. My bed just has the magical ability to make me fall asleep instantly, and that's why I love it. Number 4 is borrowing books from friends and forgetting to return them. This doesn't happen very often, but it happens more often than it should, and that probably explains why I don't have many friends who are willing to lend me books, because they magically disappear in my disorganized bookshelves, which I mentioned earlier. Number 5 is having way too many library books out at one time. To illustrate my point, here is a pile of all the library books that I have out right now. Will I read these all? Probably not. Number 6 is a short attention span. This is something I didn't have to deal with as a kid because I didn't have any other responsibilities, and I pretty much came home from school and read straight into the night until I went to bed. Now, of course, I have a job and friends. I didn't really have friends when I was younger. Is that sad? Maybe. And a bunch of other things competing for my attention, which also includes my phone. This thing is always on me. Sometimes it's just really hard to focus on a book, and I feel bad. I'll read like 5 pages and then spend 5 minutes on Twitter, and there's really no balance between those two. Sometimes, more than others, I'm really involved in the book I'm reading, and this isn't so much of a problem, but yeah, it is a problem. Number 7 is reading instead of socializing, and this isn't really a problem or a bad habit, but my friends think it is. I'm sure you've had this happen to you where you're in the middle of a really good book, or even worse, you're like 50 pages from the end and you'd really just rather stay in and finish the book, but you already told some friends that you'd go out for drinks or for dinner, and you're stuck. Obviously, if you've already made plans with friends to do something, it reflects poorly on you if you cancel those plans, but if you haven't made plans, just stay in and finish your book. Your friends will be there tomorrow. Hopefully. And my last bookish bad habit really is not a bad habit in my eyes, but a lot of people cringe and scream when they hear me say this, but I dog-ear my pages all the time. I see absolutely nothing wrong with dog-earing pages because, number 1, I have no bookmarks. I think bookmarks are silly. I lose them. I don't know, I just don't get them. And dog-earing a page is basically like an automatic bookmark, and why wouldn't I just do that? Books are just books. Yes, I love them, but they get damaged, they get torn, things happen. I wonder if any other booktubers have openly admitted to dog-earing pages. It's like a mortal sin in our community. But I do it, I'm not ashamed to admit it, and throw your stones if you'd like, but I'll take it. So that is going to be it for me today. I will see you all back here in a few days, and I hope you guys have a good week. Bye!